the feeds that I leave for you guys. Today I want to talk about clans, dojos, and I want to feature an awesome weapon, the Tonkor, which is a grenade launcher. Also, you should know that this is Halloween edition, so this is my Halloweened out Bolt Prime with the sweet Jack the Ripper pumpkin head and cool sigil with a sugar skull. So yeah, what is clans and dojos? Well, right now I'm in a great hall in a dojo, and it doesn't look like much is in here. It's because I'm in a nearly brand new clan, and there's nothing being built. There's not a whole lot built in this dojo yet. So if you are starting to play Warframe, what does a dojo and a clan mean for you? It can mean a lot. If you want to remain active in your clan, you can help your clan grow, and then they can help you in return by giving you lots of cool stuff. So if you join a clan and you want to be active, you can help them and they can help you in return. Or if you want to go the easiest route possible, you just go into, well, you can't do this here. Okay, well, I'll show you in a minute. But you can find yourself a fully functional clan or a 100% research clan and then just reap all of the benefits from that. So inside of a clan is where you have access to a lot of things. One of the really big things that you have access to is Warframes. And when you start out, it's nice to be able to have options to get different Warframes, like what you see in here. Also, using different Warframes and mastering different Warframes, mastering different weapons, and those all help your mastery rank, which was something I didn't know up until not super recently. But the more weapons and the more Warframes that you master, the higher your mastery rank goes. The higher your mastery rank goes, that allows you to use bigger and better weapons, which I'm going to show you kind of what I mean here in a minute. So, if you join a clan that is not fully 100% researched, you and your clan mates can research different items, whether it's weapons and or Warframes, or upgrades to your ship. Like the landing craft foundry segment research. Well, you do the research to get your landing craft segment. And all of these take funds, and they actually take quite a bit of funds, and this is what's nice about having a clan, is because everybody can contribute. Or like I said, if you find a clan that has 100% research, then you don't have to spend anything, you just come in here and get the stuff you want. So, for example, I have recently started research on a Wukong Warframe. I just picked one at random. So here, we can begin project on the Banshee. Well, let's do the Zephyr. And this Zephyr is going to require credits, Oxium, mutagen mass, detonite injectors, and fieldrin. Now, I only have one fieldrin, but let's go ahead and use it. I only have one detonite injector. Let's use it. I don't have any mutagen masses, but I do have lots of Oxium. Now there are a very small amount, a few other people in this clan here, so I'm not going to offer up everything. If other people want this, they can offer up a little bit too, and the same would go in any other clans that you're in. You contribute a little bit, and everybody else contributes a little bit. Now, actually, for this one, I'm just going to contribute all of it because I've got enough credits to last me a little bit. And now, if somebody comes along and they want to use the Zephyr, they can do the research on this as well. Also weapons. Now some of these are ready to go. So what we got here. So like this one is done, and I could just straight purchase this blueprint, take it back to my foundry, and just straight build it. And that's some of the nice things about having other people in your clan. They research things and get things completed for you. So for example, this blueprint has been complete for the Itzel, which is an Arcwing. And the research project has been completed, and you can just buy the blueprint for 15K credits, which isn't a whole lot. And then you can just take this back and build it and have a completely new Arcwing. Now there's multiple different research facilities, excuse me, and lots of different weapons that can be unlocked. Like this. So see this is finished. I'm going to replicate this. I'm going to buy the blueprint. I will take it back to my foundry and I will make this. This is a polearm weapon. This thing is awesome. The Growler. This thing is awesome. I'm going to buy this too. But this is the one many nice things that a clan and a dojo can offer you. Also, in your dojo, I have talked about in my other streams that you can trade on the open market. In order to trade on an open market, you don't have to have a clan and a dojo. Most of the time, they can invite the other person trading can invite you to their dojo. But if you have one, you can invite them to your dojo instead. So here's a room, and this is a research room based on energy weapons, and it's 80%. I think all it needs left is a forma. I have contributed mostly everything to this, so I'm not going to contribute the forma. I'll wait for somebody else, but this room will be sweet. Other things the dojo is good for is you can have a hall where you can, well, we're going to go find it. As you can see, this is not impressive at all. This dojo's, there's almost nothing in here. But different main rooms that you'll need to have. I think this is one of them. So in here, this is where you have battles, and you can one-on-one PvP or person versus person PvP have a miniature training war with your, well, anybody. You can invite somebody to duel, or you can do it from within the clan. Now, the neat thing is, you can actually gain a little bit of platinum doing this. You can put wages on this and say, okay, every time you win one, let's do you know, best 2 out of 3, and whoever wins, you know, the 1 to 2 to 3 up to 10 platinum, you know, whatever. You can duel people and make money. We have a Loki up here. I can't climb on him. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to return back to the ship and show you how to get to a dojo once you have one. And show you how to get a dojo for that fact. Okay, so to get a dojo, or to get a clan, one, you can start one yourself. However, that means you're starting from the ground up. You have to do all of the research yourself. You have to invite the other people in. Personally, I think the PHS, we should have our own clan here. But alas, everybody's off playing Battlefield, which is freaking awesome. This is just what I play when I'm not playing Battlefield. Anyway, in order to get a clan, let's wait for Warframe to load. Wow, this is not helping streaming for the day. Anyway, you would press L2, and then from here you'd use R1 and L1 to scroll left and right into the different channels, and one of the channels would be recruiting. You go into recruiting and you'd simply just press square, and then you'd type in looking for clan, and from there somebody will PM you almost, I imagine, almost immediately. They might ask you a few questions. What's your mastery rank? And you can just straight up tell them you're completely a noob, completely new to this. Or if you have a, you know, high mastery, whatever. You give them what information they ask for, and they can invite you into the clan. Once they invite you into the clan, you will receive a key, a blueprint, and you'll have to make this key, and this will be your key to get into the dojo. I don't have a blueprint for one because I've already made one, but they do look like this. You'll receive a key, and that's what allows you into the dojo. In order to get into the dojo, you go to your solar system, and it's down here in the corner. Now, when you click this here, it'll show you who all is online in your dojo. If you have a clan emblem that you've created, that will, once your clan is of a particular size and has a particular amount of people, you can get an emblem. And then over here is your clan log, which will tell you what all is going on. All the different constructions, people that have joined, when research is done, when research has gone underway, and when something needs contributions. Anyway, you can find that information here. And then you can enter your clan dojo with this button here. I really wanted to do a little bit of talking about this open world chat and how to kind of navigate this, because this is kind of important if you've never done it. Everything moves really fast, and you can get really lost. But it doesn't look like we're going to do this today. Looking at different stuff I can earn from today's alert missions. I know I'm out of detonite injections and field run samples because I just donated those into the research, but I can get some here and here as well. And this will give me a blueprint to go to find a Mutalist, a Lod V, which would be a neat thing to beat.
Dano, do you really want to ruin
right
the best chance this system has for peace?
Yeah, eventually I'm going to take him out. Alright, well, since the chat's not working and I can't show you that, the last thing in the title was I want to feature the Tonkor, which is a grenade launcher. Oh, if you did watch the video on me trying to harvest invisible cat DNA, I have since then incubated and have grown my own Kavat, and that's it right there. Really creepy looking thing. They come out random colors. Mine came out translucent and yellow. Translucent, kind of an oil slick color. You know, I did go ahead and level him to level 30. However, I still like my Sentinel instead. And basically the trick is the Sentinel is great, a lot easier to manage, does neat things for you, like picks up things for you, but the Kavat is going to do probably do more damage. So eventually when I get to the point where I'm starving for damage, I will switch from the Sentinel to the Kavat. Alright, so the Tonkor. I've got a couple of different weapons here I could be using. The Tonkor, however, is what I want to focus on today. Alright, so the Tonkor is a grenade launcher, so it does take some time to get used to using. But I've got this thing built right now where it has not given me a... I mean, where I am at my mastery rank and the levels that I'm playing, it one-shots everything. Matter of fact, if there's 5 people standing there, it'll one-shot them all, because it is a grenade launcher and does have an AoE. So, 2 things. I have geared the damage on this towards kind of status. And I know that my pumpkin head is in the way, but we have basically blast damage and viral damage. Viral damage attacks the health pool, and then blast, well, it's just blast. And you get these secondary damage types by combining damage types. So fire and ice make blast damage, and then ice and toxin make viral damage. And you can combine different things that if you were trying to attack different types of enemies, you could kind of make this what works best for you depending on the enemy type. But I have blast and viral. So I've got a viral grenade, a grenade that just melts everything's health. So if it manages to live past the initial damage, blast, okay, it also has a base of 50% less health. So whatever's left is actually now 50% less than what it had left, which means if it's living after one shot, it's near death. A couple of mods that make this thing awesome. I have split chamber on here. This means that I have a 90% chance to actually shoot 2 bullets. On some guns, actually on almost all guns, this is a really good thing because essentially it doubles your damage. If I take this off, all of the numbers on the left side there all drop in half, but 90% chance to shoot 2 grenades as opposed to 1. Now, one thing you should know about split chamber is that extra bullet that it shoots does not come out of your magazine. It's just an extra that randomly appears. The original damage on this weapon is fire and ice, so I did add additional ice damage, 1 because it'll boost the blast damage, and then also it'll also boost or give me the base for what's going to be this viral damage. So I have rhyme rounds. There is other types of damage that would actually give me a higher amount of cold damage. look for it. Right here, cryo rounds. If I were to rank this up all the way, it would actually give me 90% damage. I've gone for rhyme rounds because it also increases the status chance. Status chance is the amount of chance it has that an effect will happen on the enemy based off of the types of damage that it has. In this case, blast and viral, and so I want that to be high. And then I'm using infected clip, and that gives me the other half of viral damage. Now, eventually, I can find the mod or this card that applies here, which is similar to rhyme rounds, in which instead of having 90% toxin, it would actually have 60, but then also an additional 60% chance for status. In that case, when I find that, I will switch to that as well. All right, I am in the process of upgrading this. After this video, I'm going to install a Forma key so I can get more capacity, and I'm going to install Firestorm, which actually improves the blast radius of this particular weapon, which means I can hit more things in an area. So once I apply a Forma key here, which this would take this down to 0, and then it wouldn't be much fun to show you how it works, but after this is over, I will install Firestorm. Other than that, I just have straight 150% critical chance to the original chance. That puts me up to 87% chance to crit strike. Serration just straight increases overall damage, and then Vinyl Sense also increases the multiplier for the amount of damage it does, which currently is at 5.5 times damage. So if I do crit, it actually combines all the different damages, which would be the 2600, the 1400, the 300, and then multiplies that by 5.5 depending on where it hits on the body. Headshots actually double that, so headshots would actually be a higher multiplier. You'd do double that. But you've got a grenade launcher. Who's trying to do headshots? Anyway, let's show you how this thing works. And I need the chat for this. Actually, we'll just go solo. It'll be a little bit slower, but we'll show you how this thing works. I'm going to launch this mission. I'm going to give it just a few seconds to see if any other players show up. At random, normally I would go into the chat and I would invite people to come in and hang out here in this mission. This particular mission is the #1 mission for raising XP, gaining affinity, gaining mastery rank. Cool, we got some more people. This is what's used most for that. I'm going to find a nice point up on top. I'm going to use my grenade launcher, and I'm just going to mutilate everything in the entire small area until I get Fire Blast installed. It's going to do what I need it to do. Normally we would run this mission or this map to 20 to 25 rounds. I will back out early.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
So we have to protect this thing. I'm going to hop up here. Hopefully I can tell these guys to hop up here too. And this is why the Tonkor is awesome. Now, as the rounds progress on this particular map, these enemies do get harder and harder to kill. However, there will still be no match for the Tonkor, the viral grenade. Now this guy's got a specialized weapon. It's soaking up all of the drops and putting them all in one place. This is really convenient because at the end of each round, or wave, if you will, I'm going to hop down here and pick up all this stuff, and then I'm going to fail at jumping up there. 25 rounds, I can usually get about 800 kills. As they start forming in more here, I'll start shooting over here, and then shoot around down here, try to get as many as I can. Now this doesn't have to be kind of a snipe point weapon. You can just run around shooting stuff in the face. Let's go and try that. It's much easier to get a vantage point and then take care of these things. I'll be honest with you though. It is a grenade launcher, so accuracy is obviously left to be desired. I'm gonna go back to B. This is how we normally roll with this. That's a little easier. Other guy, he's got a simulator, not simulator, something like that. That will be one of the next featured products, or next featured weapons, because that thing just sucks up enemies. It's like all of these guys have the same idea here. Stand up here, let the enemies roll in, and just... He's taking over with that weapon. That's definitely the one I'll have to show up next. There's like a simulator, that's what he's got. I should have done this solo.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy. Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back. Time to get out of here. If you are the type of gamer that loves just running headfirst into a massive amount of enemies, the Tonkor is definitely a weapon that is for you. It looks like I got kind of a bad gamble on a mission to run with it today, but not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. There's lots of missions to run. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the Halloween edition. And if you have any questions about clans, dojos, the Tonkor, or how to get a pumpkin head, let me know. And if you ever want to get on and do some runs, you want to level up some stuff, let me know. I'll be more than happy to oblige. So until I see you again, PTFO or GTFO. See you later, guys.